Hey, do you know what to do to protect yourself when you go on vacation? Well, that's why Richard Mates from Night Security System is with us. Trust me when we tell you, you want to learn this valuable information. Good morning.
It's a pleasure.
Good morning, Richard. And we've been talking a lot about vacations, and my theory is that that's an opportunistic time for burglars to break into a home. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Every statistic supports you. About 15% rise of burglaries through July and August every year because, as you say, people are on vacation. The motorhome that was parked alongside their house suddenly goes away, and it's obvious the people are there. They forget to have their mail picked up, their newspaper, they start stacking in the driveway. Bingo, there it is.
And another statistic you said is that 90% of the burglaries are during the day?
Close. Everyone worries about burglary at night. You know, someone skulking around the neighborhood. It's not when it happens. It's during the day when we're all at work.
So what are some basic tips that you can recommend to our viewers to protect themselves?
Okay. If you're going on vacation, plan ahead. Talk to your neighbor. We're going to be gone for 2 weeks. Could you park your car in my driveway, if you don't mind, to make it look like someone's home? Someone mentioned about leave a radio on in the house. Not a bad idea.
How about talking to your neighbors?
Of course, talk to your neighbors.
It's funny you say that because you know when you mentioned parking the car in the driveway, I always thought about leaving my car there, but not the neighbors, which is good.
That comes and goes.
Well, and what I've done too is I've gone to my neighbor and in that conversation have said, hey, look, my father's coming by. You know what he looks like. You see anybody else come in that door, tackle him or call the cops.
Why not? Yeah, but that's the issue. You know, a burglar will come to your front door, ring the doorbell, nobody answers, move around, look for an easy point of entry. During the day, nobody notices.
Well, you even said basic things like make sure your doors and windows are locked.
Secure your home. Make sure all the windows are locked. You've got deadbolts. One of the most common entry points is that side door in the garage. They kick them in. And having a deadbolt along with the normal lock really reinforces that.
So the weather's hot now and people don't want to come home to a hot home. Is it advisable to use your secondary lock and have your window vented a little bit, or is that trouble?
It's potential trouble, but as you say, having a secondary lock secures it, it lets a little ventilation, protects your animals if you happen to have a dog in the house, and a dog is a tremendous deterrent. I mean, every time someone rings the doorbell, they bark, and burglars want easy targets. They don't want fences, they don't want dogs. Obviously, they do not like to go into an occupied home. They're more afraid of you than you are of them.
So let's talk about some real preventative measures that you can do.
Okay. Once we've reached the point of normal security, then you get into electronics, and it can be incredibly affordable. It is not terribly expensive to put a basic system in your home, so when you go on vacation, you can finally get peace of mind that you don't have to worry about the home.
Now, there's something else that we discussed before we came on camera here that really interested me. Yes, there's the wired systems, and yes, you can do this elaborate system, but there's also your option, if you're not sure how long you're going to be in that home, for a wireless system. In fact, didn't you say the only thing you even put on the wall are 2 screws for 1 unit and the rest is wireless?
Exactly right. You can put in a small wireless system that uses cellular for communication, so there's no literal home connection. And when you move, it goes with you and can grow to a new home.
Well, what's nice about the wireless systems is can't you put the contacts on without even drilling through the window frames?
That's absolutely correct. You can literally use a very firm type of 2-sided tape, and there's no holes at all.
And you know, the other thing that really interested me as well for the home security system is, yes, it is for burglary. It is to protect you. But let's talk about even the fire and the water aspect.
It's an area that's often neglected. Your insurance agent will give you discounts with your alarm system if you put smoke detectors on. So 24 hours a day, whether you've armed the system or not, if there's a fire in the home, the alarm company will be notified and send the fire department.
And so with the battery-operated smoke alarms, you don't get that. That's all integrated into your system.
Exactly right.
So when you do a system for somebody, for security and fire, how does it make them feel?
Well, they find it, and everyone says it, they get peace of mind. They can leave their home for vacation and not worry. As we talk, I leave for a vacation, I never think about it. If there's a problem at the home, I'm going to be called. We all have our cell phones and advise there's been an issue. But you can leave your home, and then when you return home, you're not holding your breath as you approach the house.
Which I do every time.
We all do.
Because I'm not going to say it, but you always talk about how you get concerned.
Yes, I do. And the whole point of a vacation is so that you can de-stress and get away. Well, if it's stressing you out more about you being worried about your home being burglarized, there's no point in going on vacation. So this is the answer.
Yeah. Or if you're doing a large remodel and the house is a little more open than normal,
Right.
the alarm system can be used while the home is under remodel and protect everyone concerned. So
We do that all the time.
and it works great. Yeah.
All right, Richard, Night Security, we have a fan question for you.
Sure.
We talked about dogs a bit already, but here's our fan question. We have a large dog and leave our back door open to let her go outside during the day when we're gone. Does the dog reduce our risk enough to be confident in leaving our back door open?
Tough question. Certainly the dog is a tremendous deterrent. I'm not going to recommend that door being open, but I understand why it has to be, because you've got to let the dog out. There are ways to get around it, but if you have to, you got to do what you got to do.
So it's not your best option.
It's not your best option, but it's a great option. Everything that tightens your home down, a dog, good fencing, good locks, makes the burglar more likely to move next door to your neighbor who simply went to the beach and didn't do anything.
All right, call Night Security, get that home assessment, and you get 10% off up to $500 when you mention the Approved Home Pro Show. 619-797-6603. That's 619-797-6603. Richard, Night Security, thank you, my friend.
Been a pleasure.